Good morning, Leapers. It's been a pretty grueling 2-day and 2-night single-handed sail to get from Puesta del Sol, Nicaragua, here to Playa del Coco, port of entry into Costa Rica. Sunrise this morning is at 05:45, and I've timed my arrival into Playa del Coco for exactly that time. I need to get started as soon as possible because the check-in process here requires a lot of running around town from one office to another, and it can take some time. Plus, I want to reconnect with my Uncle Chuck and prepare for my wife's arrival tomorrow as she flies into the Liberia airport. Once I get the anchor chain paying out across the bowsprit, I like to come forward because I want to be able to see those markings that I've got on the chain. Helps me know exactly how much chain I have on deck. I can control exactly how much chain I'm paying out using the remote control for the windlass, which you can see around my neck. In this case, I'm in 20 feet of water. I've put out 100 feet anchor chain for a 5-to-1 scope ratio. I should be in good shape. Let me show you this. My name is Rick. I got my sea legs when I was in the Coast Guard, and I commanded a boat much like this one. Today, I take my small sailboat on coastal passages in search of adventure. In this season, I'm heading south from Banderas Bay with the intention of returning to the Caribbean Sea via the Panama Canal. Living the pirate life. Yep, me and these pelicans. Well, I've got the boat all anchored up. So now Brent on sailing vessel Daze Dream, who I anchored right next to, is coming over on his dinghy, and we are going to knock out this check-in process. Yeah. Well, Brent and Dana on sailing vessel Daze Dream were a huge help to me in getting me situated here in Playa del Coco upon my arrival. But we were at different points in our check-in process, so here we split up. With the check-in process complete and my wife retrieved from the airport, it was time to hit the beach. Our first stop was this awesome little spot on Playa Hermosa. Well, Chuck found us a table, and Karen and we found this cool swing. Oh yeah, we were in our happy place.
Here we go. This always seems to happen when he gets to his happy place.
I really dig all this local art that is on display, not only here in Playa Hermosa, but as I found out later, it's really all over Playa del Coco.
What a beautiful afternoon spent at Hermosa Beach. The birds were chirping, the sound of the waves hitting the beach. Everything was perfect, especially the company we shared together as family.
Later that night, Chuck took us out to his favorite fish and chips joint. I got a lime, got some fish and chips. And,
Thank you.
Enjoy. And this was Chuck's recommendation. This is his place. He kind of knows the whole thing. And yeah, fish and chips. And I'm a bit of a connoisseur on fish and chips. The last time I had fish and chips was in Morro Bay, and it was fantastic. The next day, Karen and I went down to the beach area to check out the tourist scene. Well, the first thing I want to do is put my eyes on Frog's Leap. She's a pretty good little distance away from shore right now. Probably can't see her on the TV, but she's right there in front of that little island. Karen and I, we've made it to the beach here at Playa del Coco, and we're going to walk the beach a little bit and show you what it's like, because it's a pretty cool scene. Really seems very family oriented with lots of tourist shops, and well, let's check it out.
Beautiful day.
So Karen and I are approaching the beginning of this road that runs along the beach. Yeah, it's the seasonal love stroll. Well, these beaches are pretty quiet now, but there's a subtle energy in the air. Everybody here knows Semana Santa is kicking off in a few days, and these beaches are soon to be packed.
This local gentleman in the red hat told Rick and I this tree is over 130 years old.
And when you look at the tree trunk, it looks like it's just a bundle of these small vines that lead up the tree to the branches. And there are these cool nature carvings around the base of the tree. We couldn't resist goofing around with those. Where's my swamp?
On your hand.
Beware the cocodrillo. While this walking around, it's pretty easy to overheat. Luckily, they have these great beach showers to cool down, or if you go in the ocean, to wash some of that sand off your body.
He's enjoying a little breakfast.
He's not bothered by us at all. You're so good. I was wondering if you were following me.
You tell me how good I am.
This is where Brent and Dana put their dinghy right here, so they could keep an eye on it while we were over there in that restaurant. Yeah. And look at these guys that play on the rocks on the reef. There's like some dudes. One of those guys was on the rocks. This is definitely low tide. You can see people playing on the rocks over here. Well, you can really see the reef, how it extends out. I mean, almost, boy, at low tide, you can really see it. Look at this. So they make a little soccer rectangle. They put stones where the goals are. Here you've got two stones marking the goal. Here you've got a coconut and a stone marking the goal. And these two kids are just playing one-on-one soccer. See the truck out on the beach? You can drive out here on the beach.
Well, we've come to the end of the seasonal love stroll. So Karen and I are going to backtrack a little bit and see what we might have missed on the first pass.
Trees with all those roots. Look at this, the way they hang down like vines. It's cool.
Time for a little souvenir shopping.
Well, I got a special treat for you today. I'm going out with my Uncle Chuck and his friend Fred. Fred is driving. We're going to Diamante. This is a nature park where they have sloths. And you know, Karen and I, well, we're big sloth lovers. Karen and I, we're big sloth lovers. Sloth lovers. We're big sloth lovers, and we're gonna go love on some sloths today.
I'm so excited.
Hello. Welcome to Diamante. Excuse me, my friend. Do you have a reservation?
No, I was hoping we could get in, but no.
Okay, no problem.
No problem.
What is your name?
Fred.
Fred. Fred Ed.
Yeah. Yeah, F-R-E-D.
Hello, Fred.
Yeah, hello, what's your name?
My name is Ezekiel. Nice to meet you.
Right out of the Bible, Ezekiel.
Yes, it's from the Bible.
That's right.
Well, Fred made short work of finding a parking spot, and before we knew it, we were on the bus to the Visitor Center. The Visitor Center is kind of like a staging area. It's pretty high above the nature reserve, and you get a good look at some zipline activity.
Before too long, our bus was ready to take us down to the nature reserve. We could feel the excitement build as we descended down the hill towards the animal reserve.
Oh yeah, the adventure begins here. Everything's new when you first get off the bus, so we took a few moments to get our bearings and headed in.
You know, Costa Rica is really hot, and one of the things I loved is once you got down the hill, there's yet another visitor center with ample shade, restrooms, and free drinking water.
And once we were ready, oh yeah, It was time to explore this amazing animal sanctuary.
Fred likes the big cats, so we're going to go check those out first.
I think these are ocelots. I love how they kind of huddle together in this little pocket of shade, and I love how this one is kind of grooming the other, showing some affection. But Fred says that there's even a bigger cat here. Oh yeah, we're looking for the jaguar enclosure.
Hey boys, I think you found it.
Oh boy, this is a big cat.
Did you find anything?
No, it's nothing in this enclosure. So we got, that was a puma, right?
I
Or
think
was that
so.
a jaguar? I'm not sure.
The signs still make it really clear.
It was a big cat.
It's a big cat. The three amigos. I'm not taking my eyes off the prize. I'm here for the sloths. Two-toed sloth. We're on to something now. We're getting warmer.
We're headed into the butterfly exhibit. This one actually turned out to be one of the most surprising and interesting exhibits in the whole park.
There must have been hundreds of butterflies in this exhibit.
I don't know how well the camera is going to pick up the brilliant blue color that would show when the butterflies open their wings, but it was really amazing.
I love how the butterflies flew within inches of us. I could have spent hours in there just watching them.
Little trays of fruit were strategically placed throughout the space to attract the butterflies.
Can you tell me what's in here?
Okay, right here we have the frogs and toads exhibition.
Frogs and
Toads,
toads.
yeah, the most common in our country, and in this side we have the poisonous one. This is the blue jeans poisonous dart frog. They live in the rainforest in the Caribbean side in the country.
They're called blue jeans,
Yeah.
and because they're wearing blue jeans.
Yeah, because in their legs is like dark blue.
Yeah. And how poisonous are these to humans?
They can kill you.
Well, frogs leap, so I gotta pay close attention to the frog exhibit, and I did.
When he shines this UV light at the scorpions, they all light up in this crazy fluorescent blue.
To this date, it's not known why they have that color. But it's probably people is like thinking that it's because of the defense mechanism. That they will be shining like that when something is coming from them.
Ah. All of them. Whoa.
In this one will also be having neurotoxins, same as the scorpion, but it will not be like deadly for us.
Well, look at this alligator. Apparently, it rests with its mouth open like this to stay cool.
That was a big alligator.
We found the monkey enclosure. I'm ready to monkey around.
Oh boy, we found a swinger.
I like how they make use of their tail, almost as though it's another arm.
I wonder what other mischief I can get into. Oh yeah, I've got an idea. I'll hang around right here for a little bit. Come on, there's got to be another one in here. Oh, man.
Oh, we found the two sloths, Lucy and Ziggy.
We didn't cook vegetable because if you see Lucy is in the bowl water, okay? Don't like to drink, they use like a water. Okay? So we need that they get the water from the river.
So they don't eat themselves?
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Is they lazy?
Yeah. But we're doing that activity to people can see, okay? Because usually sleeping.
Otherwise they just keep laying down.
Exactly.
Although they can feed themselves, Ziggy prefers to be fed. At 2 years old, he's not a baby anymore, but he still has some of that youthful energy.
Well, we made it to the noon feeding of the sloths. It was rewarding, well worth it. I want to extend a huge thank you to my Uncle Chuck and our new friend Fred. Thank you both for making this trip to Playa del Coco, Costa Rica so memorable. Be sure to subscribe to Sailing Frogs Leap, because in the next episode, I'm pushing further south towards the Panama Canal. For real-time updates, check out Sailing Frogs Leap on Instagram.